There is a version of you that never doubts itself, never hesitates, never shrinks in a room full of people. And the strange thing is, that version is not some distant goal. It is who you were before the world started teaching you to be afraid. Most people think confidence is something you either have or you don't, like a trait you're born with, or a gift reserved for certain people. But science tells a completely different story. Researchers studying early childhood found that children between ages 2 and 4 show almost no signs of self-doubt. They try, they fall, they get back up. That fearlessness is not naivety. That is your original factory setting. Somewhere along the way, that setting gets overwritten. A teacher says, "Be quiet." A classmate laughs. A parent says, "You're too much." And slowly, the brain begins to associate being yourself with being unsafe. Neuroscientists have confirmed that social rejection activates the same brain pathways as physical pain. So when people say childhood shapes confidence, they're describing a biological rewiring that happens in real time. But here is where everything changes. The brain that was rewired can be rewired again. Neuroplasticity means no version of you is ever permanent. The timid adult still carries the fearless child somewhere inside. The question is simply what activates it. Research in behavioral psychology points to something called the confidence action loop. Most people believe confidence comes first, then action follows. But the science shows it works in reverse. You take a small action, you survive it, your brain updates its threat assessment, and confidence grows from that experience. The confidence you admire in others is not a personality trait. It is a practice log built from small, repeated attempts. Ancient cultures understood this long before modern science. Many traditions around the world use deliberate rites of passage, sending young people into difficulty not as punishment, but as transformation. The elders knew the body needed proof, not just reassurance. Modern psychology eventually confirmed the same thing. Gradual exposure to discomfort teaches the brain's alarm system that the threat is not as dangerous as it seemed. There is also something happening at a physical level. Research found that posture and body language do not just reflect how you feel, they shape how you feel. When the body expands and takes up space, stress hormones drop, and a quiet sense of presence rises. And psycholinguistic studies show that speaking to yourself using your own name during stressful moments creates enough mental distance to access the calmer, wiser part of your mind. Confidence is not a costume you wear over your real self. It is the process of clearing away everything that convinced you your real self was not enough. The fearless child who sang too loud and drew crooked pictures was not wrong. That child was complete. What came after was adaptation, and adaptations can always be adapted again. You were never broken. You were just learning. And the moment you stop waiting for permission to take up space, the nervous system begins to shift. Not all at once, but quietly, consistently, like a mirror slowly coming into focus. You are not building something new. You are returning to something that was always there.